Welcome to the Joyous Kingdom. In today's video, we will be talking about what my NFTs are exactly, why would you buy them, what is the utility if there are any, what are my NFTs. So before I get into it, lock in that like button for me, I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel for more NFT, crypto, business, lifestyle content. If you're not following me on Twitter, if you're not, my Discord down below in the description. You are only hurting yourself, fam. As you know, the goal of this channel is to instill the knowledge and confidence it's going to take to navigate this metaverse on your own one day. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. So I have three NFT collections, two are access keys and one is the torch collection. So here's the first access key collection. We have Joy is a Quest to Nowhere. There's actually only 20 access keys like I allude to here in the description. The other 26 are alternates that I hold in my wallet. We'll get to that later. We have the prequel collection. That's 26 items. That is also an access key. And then we have the first torch collection. There's one torch collection. It's like a companion style for each access key collection. And this one has 36 items. So now let's get into kind of the nitty gritty. What are my NFTs? What are the access keys? What is the difference between that and the torches? Why? So the first two collections, these access key collections, there will be a third one called the sequel that comes out at some point. It will be very small. I would love to keep my access keys under 50. I may end up doing like closer to 60 because I probably want to have at least 10 in that collection. But if we take a look at this first collection, Joy is a Quest to Nowhere, I dropped these collections way back last summer before I was even an NFT YouTuber. These were more just like my photography, my self-portrait photography. So these are all just the photos I took during my Joy age when I was living in my car, traveling, finding out who I was, testing myself against the natural world, and also just my mental, just being stuck alone in a car solo for 6 months. And that Joy age I went on was literally the start to my entire life. It was the most important 6 months of my whole life. So I'm so glad I documented and got into an NFT collection. Like in retrospect, it's way cooler than it was like when I was taking those photos. I didn't know there's NFTs when I was taking all those photos. It's just like documenting my life during that time. And the prequel collection is all the months leading up to the Joy age when I finally got the stones to call up my bosses and quit all three of my jobs and say, fuck it, I'm leaving next week. I'm gonna make this shit happen. I'm gonna change my fucking life. I'm gonna have an interesting life and do some crazy shit so that one day I can go on other people's podcasts and have a cool story. That was literally like, that was kind of like the inception of the idea. I wanted to be someone worthy of something cool, you know? And the floor price for this is half an Ethereum. There's 5.8 Ethereum traded. These actually don't sell very often. There's not that many listed. Like there's only 2 listed out of 20. And in my other collection, there's only like 1 or 2 listed here. Yeah, there's only 1. And then with my torch, there's only 1 listed here as well. The floor price for the prequel one being 0.48 Ethereum and 3.8 volume Ethereum volume traded. This isn't like a 10K avatar PFP prize, right? As you can see, there's only 20, right? 20 in the first collection, 26 in the second. These Genesis access key tokens for me are like buying in at ground floor for my brand. If you think I'm gonna get to the top, then these are my Genesis tokens to be able to flex one day. These are the tokens that I will be trying to attribute as much value to as I grow in this space. Right now, there is no utility attached. There's no specific thing that you get. You get access to the private Discord, which is access to me. But right now, there's no promises. These are just access key tokens to just be able to say, hey, I want to join the Joyous Kingdom. These access keys are the most direct way to get involved. And I've been very open and communicated about that since the very beginning. I didn't even add anything to it until like my YouTube picked up and people were trying to buy them. They're like, what is this NFT? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I'll just make these my Genesis collections. Maybe these will be my access keys. So that's what these NFTs are. And that's why the floor price is so high. That's why nobody really sells them. There's not really that many sales that happen because not many people list them. So like there's always like just like one on the floor basically. And since these are self-portraits, each one is a one of one, right? Every single one is totally different. Every single one has its own story. Most of these actually have videos attached to them. When I was on my travels, I have videos on YouTube where you basically can see kind of where I was at when I took these photos. So a lot of these, if you look in the description of them, especially the alternate ones, so if we go back here, you can see there's 46 items. 26 of these aren't even technically access keys. They're alternates. They're in my wallet right now. They're sitting in my wallet. The only way to get them is by buying 2 of these torches, holding 2 of these torches in the same wallet that you have your access key in, and you're able to swap it with one of the NFTs. We'll do this caveman style. You'll just hit me up in the DMs and we'll take care of it over Discord call or something like that. But that's what these torches are. That's the only bit of utility. This is actually just a cheaper way to get into the project. There's 36 items. These are made by the artist Sydney Espo. I'll put her Twitter up here. She's the artist for this. Did an excellent job. This is my real hand, obviously. This is my Joy age hand. my rings and everything. So it's designed by her. And if you were paying attention to Twitter, if you were following me on TikTok and all my social medias, I talked about this collection. This is just a way to buy into the project. It's kind of like the Mutant Apes. It's just another collection. These dropped and we're sitting at a 0.06 floor, and they were open to the public. They were made first for the holders and then to the public. But it's really just an opportunity to join the Joyous Kingdom ecosystem at a much cheaper price, because as you can see, the floor price for the access keys was almost half an Ethereum. And at one point, they were both at an Ethereum, one full Ethereum, right? So it's very expensive interested to buy in. Most people couldn't afford it. There wasn't that many options to get in. So I made these. There was probably like 20 left for public, and they were sitting there just sitting on OpenSea for anyone to buy, and that's how I'm doing it. And you can see here I have in parentheses Joy Age, because this is the one for the Joy Age collection. So you have to have these 2 torches and a Joy Age Kingdom access key to be able to swap out any of these. Now, at some point, the prequel will have another 15 or 20 items added, and none of them have been added yet, but they will be added, and there will be another torch collection that will say prequel on it, and that will come out in the next coming months, I assume. So just make sure you're following me on Twitter, you're following me on my socials if you want to, be involved in that. And it'll be the same style, whatever like 0.06 ETH was worth at the time. It'll be around the same price, not super expensive. The prequel one I think will have a blue background. I think that's the main difference between the two as far as artwork. But again, it is just if people want to join the cause and support me as a creator. That's all this is. This is there's no utility bullshit. There's none of that stuff. The reason my NFTs exist on the blockchain, it is just for my people who fuck with me the most. The people who believe in me, who fuck with me as a person and say, I just want to hold one of your NFTs. I get that as a collector. I am like that with a lot of the people, a lot of people's art that I buy. That's how I am. I don't care what happens. I don't care what I get. I just want to be part of them and to invest and to be able to say like, hey, I found them early. I thought there was something here and I put my money where my mouth was. That's kind of how I think about it. That's how I've always collected. So that's the way I do my NFT project. And who knows? So the one like guaranteed type of utility that comes with only the access keys is they're going to get free clothes whenever I do drops. Haven't done one yet. They have gotten already a free drop, but I haven't done like a public drop of my clothes yet. You guys have always seen I have the Joy Age Kingdom everywhere, Joy Age Kingdom hats, Joy Age Kingdom everything. So I've already got all the stuff ready to go. I just got to set up my e-store, and then I'm sure the Torch collection will get some kind of discount or something. So yeah, essentially my NFTs are just more access to me. As I grow and get bigger into the space, I want to be able to do dope shit for my access key holders and my Torch ones if I can as well. Now, like I mentioned earlier, every single one of these NFTs is a one of one and has a full story attached to it. So are there videos where I've explained what happened in each photo? Have I gone into depth on them? Yes, I fucking have. I'll link all those videos down below in the description. It's funny, that video actually is what sold out the prequel collection. I posted that video on YouTube, and I think 48 hours later, the rest of them sold. So that's actually one way to sell out NFTs, is to make videos and kind of talk about what this photo means to you, what exactly you were going on here, and just open up. If you're an artist, if you have an art piece that you want to sell an NFT on, make some fucking content about it and make 50 pieces of that content, post it all over TikTok, post it on YouTube, post it on Instagram Reels. You'll probably make some sales. And I have a video coming soon where I get into how exactly I sold out all 3 of my collections. They are smaller collections, but I'm also not a conglomerate. There's no assigned utility. Why would people buy into my NFT, right? How exactly did I get people to buy in? How exactly did I get people to be like, you know what? Cade's going to the fucking moon. I want to buy his NFTs. How did I do it? I'm going to make that video. It's coming out soon. So anyways, this video is coming to an end. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, join the kingdom, smash a like in this video, smash a like in this video. If you're not following me on Twitter, if you're on my Discord down below in the description, you are only missing out, fam. You're probably going to miss out on the Joy Age's Torch collection for the prequel. So make sure you follow me there. Make sure you're in my Discord. If you want to see more of me right now, click on one of these boxes on the other side of me. Until next time, continue on your Joy Age, continue to learn, and be ready for your live watching this video. Bye.